I'm getting wardrobe. I got to get my wardrobe right. I think I'm going right. I got somebody fixing my collar. You're supposed to check my collar before we start the show.
One of my many jobs.
That is one of your many jobs. Tracking out to Chris Griffin, joined here by the Hall of Fame handicapper Craig Donnelly, ready to get into the 11 races on the program. Fast main track, we're going to talk about that. Before we do that, Craig, and before we have a nice visit with you here on a Monday, let's take a look at some of last week's winners. It's the Parx Playback.
Parx Playback time, here we go. Taking a look at Monday action. Schnur Will going right back for the connections, getting right to the winner's circle. Big run on the far outside, and Jonathan Ocasio aboard for the victory. Nice competitive race here. My Friend's Beer, from just off the pace, gets the score and does it at a nice price. Speaking of nice prices, this was Sophos from way out of it. The Bow Show, Adam Bowman, at a huge number, 35-1. Sophos gets the big upset. Taking it over to Tuesday, it's the Power of Love. Uptown Charlie Brown stud, Anthony Nunez and Ed Coletti Jr., they pair up and get the victory. Power of Love, game on the inside. Another last to first move. So swell. Trainer Everton Smith, he's had a nice year. So swell from far out of it, passing all rivals and getting the victory. Then it was the gray on the front end, Creative Copy. A nice, promising 2-year-old here for trainer Bobby Moscow. Got to the front and didn't stop. Creative Copy, impressive. Wednesday time, Riverview, another front-running victory and another nice 2-year-old. Trainer Michael Moore in those familiar silks. Oh yeah, that's right. Riverview wins impressively. You don't see this very often. A dead heat. Pageant Princess to the inside. Girls on fire, head and head, battling it out. Sylvester Gonzalez and Ruben Silvera, both noses on the line. A dead heat for the win in that 6th race on Wednesday. Jimmy Ness, he had a big day. He had 6 winners on that Wednesday afternoon card. Lord Uhtred, Ruben Silvera, what a big day he had as well with 4 winners on his own. Lord Uhtred got the victory. And He Hate Me in the late stages, they were moving early. He Hate Me up on the grandstand side. Frankie Pennington and Jamie Ness capping off a huge day on Wednesday. Have a great week.
Some nice stakes races coming at you tomorrow. The stakes races continue. A couple $100,000 stakes races, the Mike P. Bellezzi Appreciation Mile and the Jumpstart Stakes. And we're going to see some familiar names in there, Craig, but it does kick off with the Appreciation Mile, the Mike P. Bellezzi Appreciation Mile. And look, we get Farmo Power coming back. We got Riding with Biden that's entered in there. You got Byland and Sea as well. So horses that we did see during BetParx Pennsylvania Derby and Cotillion Day now coming back, $100,000 stakes race. What did you think early on that race is tomorrow?
I thought Far More Power ran a terrific race last time. Finished first. However, the referees threw the flag.
Sure.
They reviewed the play and they took him down.
Okay.
So he did, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he ran a really gritty race. He actually got passed in the stretch. Came on. Seems to get better all the time, and he obviously shows he'll go long. Big, good-looking dude. I'm going to give him an edge again. And I know, say, well, you know, he's trying open company again. He's a terrific PA bred. But you know what? You're seeing this all the time. Pennsylvania breds winning in open company.
Sure. And we'll see what happens there in the Mike P. Bellezzi Appreciation Mile. And then the Jumpstart Stakes, taking a look at that race as well. Another $100,000 stakes race. And I guess the biggest thing for Barron, would it be the fact that he can get away from For the Love of Bourbon here in this one?
Yes, he's got no For the Love of Bourbon to chase. The other thing, I don't think his last race was a true indicator. It's a horse that always runs fast and hard. Last time he didn't break real sharp, didn't get in the mix early, and I think that's the way he wants to run. So I'm going to give, I'm not going to base his career on that one race. He's run too many great races before that. I think if he makes the lead, which I think he can do, he'll be difficult to catch. Bourbon Music ran a terrific race at Penn National last time, just cruised by the field. He's getting better and better. He's never run here. And also Smooth B, also from the Butch Reed barn. He's also got Barron going. Smooth B runs dirt, grass, in front, behind. And he seems to get better with age. He's running better now than he ever has. So it's a very interesting race.
12 horses entered on the overnight. And just talk about the stakes program that we've seen here in the fall. It's been impressive. I mean, we've been able to see not only the big day, of course, but just stakes races sprinkled in. And even into the month of November, we're going to have the stakes. We take a look at the nursery, and then later on in December, too. So still plenty of stakes races to go throughout the season here.
I think, like, for example, PA Derby Day had the best card in the history of this track. And we've had a lot of the stake races. They've had full fields. I think, and another thing, you know, it's nice to see the working man horses, the blue collar workers going and battle it out every week and all. But when you get to see these special horses that are, you know, the top of their class and all, really game, hard running horses, that really makes it even more impressive.
What about the pink collar working man? That's me, right?
I just want to say, I want to say this, Rick. I think he's done a great job as the announcer, doing a great job, and he was especially terrific this past weekend at the Meadowlands. Did a fantastic job calling. How many races did you call?
One.
One. Okay, thanks. But it was good. But it was good.
There was weather.
It was very good.
Thank you, Craig. Hall of Fame person, let me tell you what. All right, let's dive into today's card here. Race number 1, taking a look at today's card. 11 races on the card. Mile and 16th, $5,000 claiming race in here. Gonna go 625. Who'd you like? And here you go with the 6 on top.
I'm taking 60, but Towson, you know, for a cheap mare, older mare, one thing, she's shown a lot of determination. She gets the lead and she'll fight back a couple times. Looked like she was going to be caught in the stretch. She got a lot of heart. Halim Lee's having a terrific year. His horses, he's improved so many horses, and this mare's back where it looks like she's capable of repeating. I think she'll get the job done again.
Taking a look at today's second race and moving right along there, a mile and 70 yards, going the 2-turn distance, 7,500 non-4 level. When you get to this level, obviously, you're starting to run out of conditions, right? Because once you get into that non-4 lifetime, where do you go from there? But Michael Pino first off the claim, that's where you land. Well,
you know, what looks good is the horses, several horses from that race came back and ran well. That's a key thing. And what I just noticed late when I got the program is apparently Jarlian's first time gelding, which is an angle a lot of people like. And he actually has been, they may especially help him because he's very unruly at the gate a lot of times, or doesn't break. Now, if everything gets straightened out and he gets it mentally, gets it right, I think he'll overrun the field.
Race number 3, we get into a maiden $10,000 race in there, 7 furlongs being the distance, and one of those tricky distances here that tough workout. We've seen this horse in here before. You're going to pick that horse third, it looks like, in your selections. You end up on the 5 major cam. Did you copy my picks again? Were you taking a look at my selections?
I think what we need is...
I think we're pretty close.
Yeah, I think so. There are some horses that are hard to go against. Now, this horse is trained by some guy named Jamie Ness,
yes,
who won 6 races one day last week.
On Wednesday.
This horse is dropping, as he often does, putting on the blinkers, back in the sprint. I mean, there's too many pluses to go. And let's face it, a couple times you get off the Jamie Ness Express, you miss the train, you're left at the station. Sure. So it just looks like he's putting them where they belong, and he's hard to beat.
Yeah, return winner coming out of that race. Frankie Penson will be aboard. You talk about the blinkers being on. We'll see what happens there in race number 3. We're going to get into the rest of the card here in just a moment, but quick, take a look at what else we got going on here at Parx.
A dream begins to win just one race. And for some, success leads to lifelong achievements. Accolades await you when you reach the top. A career built on hard work, passion, and great horses get you to the pinnacle here in Pennsylvania. On October 18th, we honor those who have been elected as the newest class of the Parx Racing Hall of Fame. A lifetime of commitment is honored on this very special day. Join us as we celebrate the newest inductees, the Hall of Fame. Welcome.
Familiar face on the wall there, the Hall of Fame. What does it mean to be a Hall of Famer here at Parx and to have that recognition, and it's going to be here forever?
It was a great, I felt good, and sometimes when I have nothing else to brag about with people and I'm trying to impress them, I throw that out there. You know,
oh, really?
Just to see,
casually,
see if that, you know, improves my rating with certain people. Sometimes yes, sometimes not so much, but I try. And that was actually, I believe, about over 10 years ago. I know that. I don't remember the exact year, but it was a while back.
You looked much younger in that picture, I must say.
Yeah, I'm one of the few people that actually ages as he gets older.
Yeah, Craig Donnelly Harris, you can catch his selections, the Hall of Famer, at patha.org, right? PTHA has got your selections up on the website. There it is right there, look at that. Perfectly placed, so everybody's going to run, get those free picks. You work really hard on this, by the way, so that's why I want to make sure we give that.
And last week was a good week. There was plenty of chalk, a lot of favorites won, but I think I was 15 for 32 last week, I believe. So if I can pick about 50% this week I'll be thrilled.
Hall of Famer.
It's not always, some weeks you end up with about 15 or 20%, and what you have to do is go back to the drawing board and try again.
Exactly. Race number 4, mile and 70 yards. Talk about this one. You go with the number 10, Red Revolution, off the layoff.
Okay, we got some strangers to pick in here. Red Revolution, the plus is he ran at Saratoga, where the toughest horses in the world ran, showed some decent form. Question is, why has he been off a few months? Why is he dropping? That's always something to consider, but the Falcone barn does win a lot of races. Now, Horse Be With You scratch, so we go to Mega Charlie and Hornbeam. These horses, this is what we're seeing a lot of, horses that are privately acquired or claimed in the Midwest, Kentucky, Minnesota, whatever. They come here, and a lot of them have done very well. So you have to take a look at the strangers, give them a long look.
Race number 5, Flim Flam Man, Class Drop, Jamie Ness. That's your top pick. We can go ahead and show those real quick, and then we'll move on to race number 6. I want to make sure we have enough time towards the Philly Big 5, but I mean, it makes sense, right? We're both on the same selection in there. It's going to be a short race.
But he is scratched. I just want to point out, Flim Flam Man is scratched.
The race I try to skip, then he's scratched. Okay, so tell me why the 3 is going to win relatively.
I think he has a relatively good chance. And he's moving to Nelson Solis barn, who's won over 20% this year. There isn't much to beat in here. And I just think the fact that he didn't break well last time and he's running back sooner are pluses.
Race number 6, we go take a look at today's 6th race. You end up on the 6 Wagon Boss, the favorite. Short price favorite, 8-5. What do you think?
He's going to be the favorite. And the thing is, this horse, he's 9 years old. He still runs hard. Maybe a little bit sharper a few races back. And you might say, well, why is he dropping? I think I'm allowing a little more leeway to horses dropping that sometimes I don't like because the purses are so big the next couple of days. So you're running for more money. That makes people want to drop a little more and take a shot.
We got a chance to talk with trainer Bobby Mosco. He had an achievement of 600 wins, and he kind of had a good laugh about it. But let's take a look at what trainer Bobby Mosco said about his 600th career win right here at Parx.
I'll tell you, we have claimed a couple in Kentucky the past week or so. So there are new horses that we'll have coming up. You always look forward to them doing better. Expensive Cut. He's a horse that could run. He had a little surgery at the end of August. He had a testicle up inside in his abdomen, and he ran yesterday, and he actually ran good, but he probably needed the race. Admiral Abe coming back off of throat surgery. There's a bunch of different horses here. I got one coming from New York that one of my owners claimed, but he can't run till after Halloween, so he's another one down the road. Plus, I got several horses that I haven't had for a couple months that'll be coming back. Ilkner, Dreamin' of Jerry, Reed's Fangirl. So I got a lot to look forward to coming up. Embarrassing. Yeah, I didn't think like 500, 1,000, 600. Nobody probably ever sees 600. I don't know. I guess it's an achievement. I didn't know anything about it, to be honest with you. My daughter, she must have told Danny Gibson, and maybe they called you, and I guess it's a good number. Lake said, yeah, I got 6,000. No, he said, congratulations on 600, but I got 6,000. I'm like, right, you got 10 times more than I do. Guys are the best, man. They're here I don't even have to come. If they already know what to do. So, but yeah, now they're Adrian and all the guys. They're just, without them, what am I? Doing a lot of work that I probably can't do anymore.
Big 5 carryover jackpot, $108,000 plus. Nice sequence here today. Didn't have any turf races in the sequence, so we'll take a look at scratches and changes. But it's a jackpot bet. Get involved. Race number 7, taking a look at it. Maiden 25 and some first-time starters. Did any of them hold some intrigue for you?
I thought the 7th race, when I was looking at Ageless Endeavor, closed huge gaps the last 2 times. Now, he was partially aided by a really fast pace. He was closing in the fast pace. But I think with the extra yardage and there is plenty of speed again, he's due to get up in time. So I'll go with Ageless Endeavor.
The Mace is scratched out of there. We'll get full scratches and changes when I get into...
Actually, the Maze is running.
What?
He is running.
Oh.
He was listed inadvertently as a scratch. So
we
the
gotta
maze will
adjust
be
that.
running. I know, that's been adjusted.
The program I have.
They put the scratch in at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
It was sent from the Philippines or something.
What's going on right now? Every team in Philly wins. And all
Flam
of a sudden-
Flam's not running, the maze is running. Just get that right.
All right, we'll get that figured out. Race number 8, starter race, 6 furlongs is the distance. Free to fly, going to be a short price. Paco Lopez might hold some he might hold the aces in some of the late sequences, but this horse is tough.
I don't know what the world's record is, but this horse is 21 for 54, free to fly. And I looked all the way through her career to see Paco Lopez has won 12 times on free to fly. So they obviously get along rather well. She's beaten this kind of horse plenty of times. It's hard to go against her. Flashing Diamond, very game mare, breaking from the rail, always gives her best. You got to give her, and then Awesome Pal, I'd throw in the exacta because I just think her last race at Delaware wasn't a true measure. She runs better here.
Does Paco go right back to the winner's circle there in race number 9? He's incredible, is going to be the number 8. Let's see if you picked another short price favorite. Craig Chalk Donnelly, let's go. What do you like?
Some days are like that. Other days, you get little, take a few shots and get some. He's incredible since he's come back, has been incredible.
Yep.
And he's been running great. He just dominated similar competition. Freddie Velasquez is on a roll. Paco. The only thing is the competition's good. Get the W for Halim Lee has been terrific.
Yep.
He's won so many races with him. He's had the answer. And Little Harbor is a horse that often doesn't get bet but runs well. He didn't break last time. With an alert start, he can sneak into the try.
We had an incredible performance last week. It is the performance of the week, and it's no doubt. Can you guess who it was?
I would guess you're calling the first race at Meadowlands.
Oh my goodness. Let's go to the performance of the week from last week.
I'm sorry.
Felix Flores-Coba, he's had a nice meet. Murricane, how about that performance? Huh?
How about spotting the field about 10 lengths? And I wonder if he's going to finish. Next thing you know, circles the field, runs him down, and is being geared down. And this is a horse that was running for what, 7,500? I don't think he's in for 7,500 next time.
Hey, we could catch Craig Donnelly's selections, all the winners. A few favorites in there, but patha.org, P-A-T-H-A.org, PTHA. You got the free selections up there, giving out picks. Got picks for tomorrow and Wednesday. First post times at 12:55. Happy to have you join me once again, my man. And I'm not sure if we're going to do this again. Maybe we'll do it one more time.
Do you know something I don't know? We're not doing this again? Okay. I hope we are.
In the studio one more time. But yeah, it's just great to have you on the show.
Thank you very
as
much.
always. Great selections. Hall of Fame. Anybody that you're excited about tomorrow? I mean, all of the newest class members. How do you welcome the newest members?
Well, you know what?
They're
Are you
going to put on the nice suit tomorrow?
Because I call charts, I don't have a lot of time to run down there and leisurely have lunch with everyone.
Yeah.
But I might run down, grab a plate, say hello, and run back up.
I might do the same thing. Also, before I get out of here, have you ever seen an environment like this in the city of Philadelphia? We're just outside of Philadelphia, but as far as all the sports, there is nothing but winning happening right now.
Unbelievable. Eagles, Phillies, the announcer, everybody succeeding and excelling at the same time.
I mean, it's incredible. We'll see what happens here. I have to hear from the TV crew at every turn right now. That's a shout out to Dan, the cameraman, who won't stop talking about everything Philadelphia. For Craig Donnelly, the Hall of Fame handicapper, I am tracking out to Chris Griffin. See where you can follow us on our social media right here at Parx. Go to Twitter, at Parx Racing, at In the Grandstand, YouTube, hit that subscribe, follow us on Facebook. On Instagram, Parx_Racing. Craig Donnelly has none of these social media platforms.
What is social media, by the way?
So you have a phone?
Yes, I do.
What, like a flip phone?
No, I have I have like the iPhone from like 12 years ago.
The iPhone 8
the
or
original.
something like that?
iPhone 1.5. It works.
Hall of Famer, not the most technologically savvy, but still a wonderful person. You're a great human being. Happy to have you join us once
Thank
again.
you.
We're going to be back here on Out of the Gate next week. We're going to talk about some of the stakes winners, have some recaps, and then we have our interview next week with trainer Freddie Velasquez. So really looking forward to that. Enjoy the live racing. Are we going to catch rain today? That's the last thing I'm going to ask you, Craig. On the way
It's
out.
30% chance, so the favorite says that it's not going to happen.
All right, we'll see what happens here. We'll see you next week on Out of the Gate.